Hello everybody, welcome to Midwest Imagery. Today I'm going to show you another easy fix for some sensor dirt spots that might be on some of your images. And you notice that there are little round black spots mostly in your sky parts of your shots. And that's where you'll generally see these sensor dirt spots are on your pictures with a lot of sky in them. And I'm going to show you today about how easy it is to fix those. But typically, as a housekeeping rule, I generally clean my sensors about 4 times a year. Once you see how easy it is to remove the sensor spots from your skies in your pictures, then you can see why maybe I don't clean my sensors often as I maybe could. In Camera Raw is where I'm going to do all of this sensor dust removal from the clouds in this picture. We got my little house lion down here who wants to be a part of the scene. He's batting stuff to the floor. But that's just what he does. I'm going to show you in Adobe Camera Raw how quickly and easily it is to remove the spots from the skies in your picture. So let me get my screen set up and I'll be right back. Okay everybody, I'm back. What I'm going to do is open this image from my file browser called Bridge, which is a part of Adobe Photoshop. And I'm going to open it right into Adobe Camera Raw since it is a raw file. Okay, here we are in Adobe Camera Raw. I'm going to do a couple of quick edits first so you can see how that's done too. What I always do is just see what does Photoshop think it should look like by pressing this auto button right here. And that helped us out a little bit. But I think I'm going to lower the highlights and open them up a little bit more. Somewhere in there I think. And then I'm going to open up the shadows a little bit more, and then the whites look okay to me and the blacks look okay to me here too. So as I'm zooming in and scrolling around, that's pretty good. And we can see by pressing the letter Q, we see some before and after shots, and this is the after and this is the before. So we can see that we added some little detail to the sky, and we've got a little bit more punch to the water, and that's the way I'm going to leave it right there. So I'll cycle through Q until I get back to my full screen view, which is right there. And then also check my white balance. I think it looks pretty good as shot at 6150, and the tint looks good, everything else looks good too. But what I am going to do is I'm going to move this dehaze button up to probably about 50 or 55, somewhere around there, and that just helps with the sky a little bit too. But okay, so onto our sky. Let's zoom in, Command plus, and I'm at 200%. And I want to see what we see right away. These spots here are sensor dirt. It's dirt on your sensor, and there's a few of them here in this shot. But we're going to quickly get rid of them by going over to our remove tool, which is also the letter B. And then I'm simply going to keep it on remove, and we're going to get started. This tool is a brush, and you can make it bigger or smaller with the right bracket key and smaller with the left bracket key. And what I'll do then is put my brush over a spot and just click it. It's gone, gone. You can do whole areas like this, gone, 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 really gone now. Gone. You see how this is happening. And when we're in this tool, we have to press the space bar and then click and drag our image so that we can move it so it won't scroll. This looks like one. There's another one. I'll show you a little trick here. But that's looking pretty good. There's just a few, and it'll be in the opposite corner of your sensor. But here's a trick here. Detect objects, click on it, and then show our visualized spots. Okay, there's a few that I missed. I'm going to zoom out, Command minus, and there's a few that I missed here. And I'm just going to check and see if those are actually dust. It looks like they can be. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, so now in this view, I'm just going to get the big spots that are fairly faint. And click them. And get rid of these spots. We have a whole bunch of them over here. This will be fairly quick, and this will tell me, this picture did actually tell me that it was time to clean my sensor, which I had done. You can still just paint fairly large swaths of these spots. That's probably going to do it. Just that quick. Turn off our visualized spots and zoom in and see what we have. They're all gone. And we can look again when we press our Q to see our before and after. Let's get clear over to that side that had all the spots on it. There you see, cleaned it up nice. It's all gone. And that's that. Q again until I get to my main screen. And that's going to be it. I might turn the exposure up just a little bit on this. I think it's somewhere like that. But it's whatever you think looks best to you. But I like the way that this looks right now, so I am going to say done. That's that. When I click done, and it gets saved back as with the edits I just did on here. Okay, I'm going to shut my stuff down and I'll get right back to you. Okay, there's a quick and easy example of how to clean the sensor spots off of your images that you see particularly in the sky. We did this in Adobe Camera Raw, which is a part of Photoshop, and all of my pictures are shot in RAW file format. And if you're using JPEGs, you can still do this by opening that image in Camera Raw and using that same remove tool to get rid of the spots on your skies. You notice that this one had quite a few spots on it, and it may have been, it was at the time, the time interval for me to clean my sensor, but at any rate, I did go ahead and clean the sensor after that. And as I also said, I usually like to clean my sensors 3 or 4 times a year, and really that's, for what I do, that's plenty, because if there are a few spots intermittently in shots that I need to keep, then I can easily clean them up, just as you've seen there. So that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll see you soon.